Hi, I'm Ted from Everything Attachments, and we're today, we do have the Piranha tooth bar on. We're going to do a little testing, and their tooth bar is cut with a 45 degree or something real similar to that on a plasma, and it does work good as far as cutting in the grass and stuff like that. We're just kind of giving it a little testness of the hardness and stuff of the steel. And here's it, come in a little closer, Nate. If you'll notice, theirs is sharpened all the way to the bitter end, so from day one you're going to get a great cut. That's sharp, no question about it. You're going to get a good cut, but they're gonna wear, so we don't sharpen ours all the way to the bottom. So we're just going to give it a quick road test. We're going to put it in some abrasive surface from this driveway to our other driveway, take a look at it, then we're going to put our bar on it, do the same thing and take a look at it, and then we'll try to jam them both in some big riprap rock I have around here and just see how it all comes out at the end. Hi, I'm Ted from Everything Attachments. We just put on the Piranha tooth bar to do some testing, and we made a loop from one of our driveways to the other, and we're going to do the same thing with this one. And so there's a couple of reasons why we're using AR instead of a milder steel. One, these buckets that come on these new tractors, most of them are made in Mexico. They're not real strong. You can get a heavier duty version that offers a bolt-on cutting edge, and that helps a lot. In fact, we may offer this with the exact same holes that you could use this for your bolt-on cutting edge if you'd like, and just leave it on and not even have to mess with the side bolts if you don't want to. But I want you to come look at the front edge, and you'll see that on ours, we have a lot more angle as far as the width of cut, but we leave 3/16 of an inch at the bottom. So when you first skid it, it's not going to be as aggressive as a fully cut, sharp angle, which we could certainly do. But from day one, this bar will be getting better as it works its way up towards the cut. And from day one, the other will be wearing from the cut up. So this is a lot harder metal. We'll see how it wears in relation to the other bar. And yes, this is a 66 inch instead of 72. Our laser went down, we'd cut some, and I just didn't have a 72, so I bent the ear over just to make it work. But we did put it in the woods the other day, and we were able to use it for a long time, push a lot of trees over, do some different things, and we didn't bend our bucket at all. We put on the other bar and we bent our bucket in like 3 minutes. But that's really not the point. So if you'll see, here's some other things we've done and we're considering of redoing. So we put the front edge on everything, and we think that's where all the turf and stuff needs to be cut at. Now on the Piranha bar, theirs is angled here too. So we angled ours. But after rethinking it, even with these nice sharp edges all the way on the Piranha or this one, when you push up against a 1-inch sapling, instead of cutting or shearing the sapling like I thought I wanted it to do, which would probably leave you no more than a stick to punch through your front tire. Even with these V's here, none of the saplings we went up against sheared at the bottom. They just pulled up. Because it's a 1-inch tree, there's not much sapling. Once it gets a hold of it, it just pulls it up anyway. So we're thinking of just putting the front bevel across here like our original version and not beveling these sides, as we think they're not really doing anything except going to create more wear quicker across the front. So we're going to give this the same road test. We're going to pull out here right on the same road. We're going to go to the other driveway, and then we'll compare the difference in the metals and what they do. All right. And just to add one more thing, on the test we did and the test we're going to do, I am using the loader in float, so there's an even pressure all the time. I'm not pushing down on either one of them, just simply putting it in float and letting it ride at about a 10-degree angle. I noticed it was sparking a lot more over here on this side than it was the other. In fact, you can see where it turned it blue because it's getting so hot. But you still have some square surface left here. It went from 3/16 to a little more than a 6. So it wore about 1/8 of an inch off of it in some places. Wore about 1/8 of an inch off here. Our bucket's not quite as pushing down in the middle after bowing it up a little bit, but so it did wear it. I knew it would. Now let's go look at the other one. But as you can see, the more you use this, the better it's going to get versus just wearing the edge the wrong way. Okay, so before we pull this off, we've already pulled the bolt side of it. It is bowed up a little bit from the video we did, so it doesn't have quite as much tension on the center as it does the sides. So we'll pull it off and then we'll set it over here next to the other one. Peanut, help me pull this off and we'll set it beside that one. Yeah, see, as the bottom of this gets worn up, then all your pressure is going to start coming down here instead of up here where you need it. The further that wears up, the less you're going to have. You're down from a 1/2 inch to 3/8, and I'm from a 1/2 inch and wore off just a little bit and still have some flat edge left on the roughest place that it was. So this is a lot harder steel. So on the hooks that they have, they look a little more user-friendly to different style buckets. But every edge that we measured so far was this degree. So that's what we put it on. As you can see, it was a little harder to get off because it's hooked on there so much better.